Hey there, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Um, so welcome everyone. Hello, today is Thursday, November 29th. Hey, JLo. Hey, Renata. And today we're talking about toxic relationships, how to release them, age regression, because I'm just coming across so many people who are having experiences where they're grasping and understanding that everything in your reality you're creating it. And so people are coming and asking me like, okay, if I know I create my reality, but why is my boss treating me this way? I know that I create my reality, but I'm not asking for my boss to yell at me every day. I know I create my reality, but I'm not asking for my aunt every holiday season to just shame me and throw digs at me and insults my way. So I had to come live to kind of address that, where I'm going to explain a little bit about what age regression is and how you actually are attracting in that toxic mother effort into your life, but how simple it can be to change your energy so that they no longer affect you. They're either no longer attracted into your life, or so that you can walk into work and they won't even bother you or affect you at all. So this is going live on Zoom webinar. So for those of you who joined via the webinar, hello, thank you. See, there's like Holly and Liz there and WS. So I will take questions from people who joined via the webinar link. But hello to everyone who's joining from YouTube as well. Goddess Guru, Ebony. Oh, I'm so glad you got to join, Ebony. Adriana, LaShawn, Crystal, Sandra, Pamela S. Good morning. Callie Girl, Miss Love Infinitely. Danielle, hello, hello. So as always, you guys know how I work by now. I'm trying to be very consistent in my offerings to you guys. So I'm going to try to put out an offer every month to just help you guys tap back into who you really are, get clarity on what it is you want, feel empowered to move forward, and feel good enjoying the journey. So with that, my next offering is this December 15th. I'm going to link to it in the chat room for you guys, and I'm going to link to it right now in the chat for the people on the webinar. It's this December 15th. It's a 3-hour deep dive on limiting spots to 10 people. And the first 5 who sign up get a bonus one-on-one with me. 4 spots, four bonuses are left. And so I, of course, always give the goodies away for free. So this is the first meditation that will be part of that workshop. If you want additional support, additional help, you'll join the workshop. So that option is available for you guys there. So let's get into age regression and a little understanding of how you're actually attracting in those clients who are assholes, the boss who's yelling, the boss who's unappreciative, and all of that. So no, to be clear, you are not thinking the thought, I want to get raped, I want to get raped, I want to get abused, I want to get abused, I want clients who treat me like shit. No, you are not actively thinking that, okay? All it is that spiritual saying that everything is always happening for you, not to you, and everything is always a mirror. That's what it is, but I'm going to explain it in a way so that you can actually understand it and hear it and then harness the power of it to change and move on. You have a previous experience in your life, young childhood trauma, maybe a breakup from your boyfriend. You have a previous experience in your life that you have not finished processing the emotions around. So childhood trauma, because you're younger, you don't have coping mechanisms yet. You don't have all the tips, tricks, the meditations, all that. When you're younger, it becomes a suppressed vibration that's active within you still. In time, it becomes a belief system. Your thoughts, if you think it long enough, become a belief system, becomes your reality. There's no money to be made during the holidays. There's no money to be made during the holidays. You think that enough, it soon becomes, oh, it's the holidays. Don't even bother trying to offer anything. No one signs up. And then no one signs up. So because you have that active old vibration within you, it's attracting in a-holes now. And that's what like Abraham Hicks and like Gabrielle Bernstein, all of them say, the beauty of the bad. I know it sucks when you're going through it. Come on, who likes to be yelled at? Who likes all that stuff? But they're highlighting that old vibration so that you can release it. That's what I mean by find the silver lining, appreciate the bad, because sometimes, like one time before I even did spiritualism as a business, like I was just getting downloads on marketing. I think I was like 20. I didn't really know anything at the time. I was 20, but I saw another girl doing clarity breath work. She was older. She's like 50 or 60, further in her career. And I wanted to partner with her. I would do her online marketing for her, and she would keep doing her shows. Instead, I ended up telling her everything that I was going to do online for her and asked her, is that something you like to do? And she went, wow, I feel like you were an angel sent to me because I was just asking how to expand my business. And I feel like you actually just gave me everything I needed to do. No, I think I'll go ahead and do that on my own. My first reaction was, who the F is that? She just stole my ideas. I can't believe she just took it and didn't even compensate me. Da 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 da. After I calmed down from my initial reaction, then I went, oh, wait a second. I'm the one who gave her everything, who gave her the step-by-step how I was going to help expand her business. I'm the one who gave it away for free. And then I realized, I traced it back to young childhood. My mom always prompted me and encouraged me to share how you feel, share how you feel, share how you feel. So I was always an oversharer with my emotions and an overshare with my information. So if that lady just says, did you see how I attracted that in? I went, oh, I now want to keep my ideas to myself, and I now want to feel into whether I want or whether I want to share them for compensation. So she wasn't taking advantage of me. She was simply enjoying the beautiful information that I was sharing and highlighting for me that information of the oversharing that my mother taught me when I was younger. From that, my mom actually grew up in a different, so now we're going back generations. This is like that generational karma, past life regression that everyone talks about. My mom grew up in a household where they were taught children were to be seen and not heard. So she suppressed her emotions. She had a huge breakthrough in her life when she first got to express, oh my God, I feel sad. Oh my God, I feel things. So she was simply trying to teach me that lesson, express how you feel, express how you feel. I got to be the beautiful one to learn the lesson of sometimes it's appropriate to share how you feel, to expand with people. And sometimes it's appropriate to build trust with them before you trust them with anything and everything. So I hope that explains how this works. I'm going to give you one more example with work and that toxic boss. One of my clients, Kelly, I've been meditating. I've been doing yoga every morning. I listen to Abraham Hicks every day. I listen to you every day, Kelly. So yes, guys, side note, there was a part of me that got a little excited to know that someone listened to Abraham Hicks and me in the morning. I love being compared to her. Okay, back to her story. She was like, get really high vibe, and I've been really putting in energy and effort into cooking nutritious food for myself. And I like high vibe on my way to work. I just notice everything that's satisfying, everything I appreciate. As soon as I walk into work, my boss just dips right into the news. I feel, and she goes, and my vibes just dip, and he ruins my whole day. I try to coach him. I try to tell him about how to be a little bit happier, a little bit more high vibe, how to like not necessarily watch news in another country and like bring your energy down. But every morning he still kind of like just says it, and it's almost as if he delights in saying something that lowers my mood. We ended up tracing it back to I forgot where we traced it back to for her. She traced it back to I think it was her mom, may have been her mom. It was mom or a dad. Her mom or a dad who they were walking around with the vibration of I'm never good enough, I'm never good enough. I therefore can't be happy. That was their belief system. I'm inherently flawed. So no matter what I do, I can never be happy. So she had that vibration active within her that once we discovered it and rewrote that vibration, then she was able to attract, and she got a pay raise. She got her own little private corner in the office, not her own private office, but a corner. And she now can walk in and just say, oh, so like, oh, you watched the news this morning? Oh, is that what's going on in Africa? Oh, is that what's going on in New York? Whew, God, I'm glad we're here in Chattanooga. And then she would walk on. Previously, every day, her vibes dipped and she was like, oh, it was miserable. I'd get horrible calls from the people. It switched all because she went back and traced it back to the first time it happened, rewrote the story, and now she got the pay raise. Now she can walk in and go, hey, oh, you watch news again? All right. No, it's not how I started my morning. I started my morning with yoga and tea and meditation. each their own boat, and she walks on and stays high vibe. So that's the power of age regression. That's what it's about. So I want everyone, take a quick minute, get comfortable. I'm going to rearrange myself. Get comfortable because we're going to do the meditation live. So start to get comfortable, maybe get a seat underneath you, get a little blanket wrapped around you, get super comfortable. And I'm going to link to the workshop once more for people. So in case you guys want to hop on early and get the early bird pricing, it's $497 before December 12th. And you get the bonus spots. That's there for you if you want that. And so how this meditation works, guys, remember, you're getting comfortable, start setting the intention, start calling your energy back to releasing all of those energies. It's the onion theory. You know, an onion, the first layer is really flaky and peels off easy. Then the next one could kind of peel off too. After each layer after that, it's a little bit harder to let go. So that's how it works. Once you have a thought, it's the first part of the onion. If you catch it right away, you could turn it into an apple. If you think it enough, you form another layer, another layer, another layer, another layer, and that's when you keep attracting the a-holes in your life. So we're going to shed back. It depends how ready you are to go back and revisit the earliest memory of this trauma, this bad experience. We'll either get to the heart of the onion, or you'll at least shed a couple layers so that you can walk into work and have the experience of my client of, okay, that's how you're starting your day. Or I went from thinking my aunt was stacked against me and wanted to take everything away from me to we're now friends. We text 2 or 3 times a week now. Okay, so I hope by now everyone, let me see, are there any questions from people in the, I'm not seeing any questions in the chat room in the webinar. Okay, I'm not seeing, hey Candace, hey G Woods. I'll thank for the compliments, guys. Hey Shannon. Okay, so I'm not seeing any questions. Okay, guys, so just begin to allow yourself, sit whatever, how there's no right or wrong way for how to meditate. It's simply what feels best to your body. Maybe you want to lay down. I'm going to encourage you to close your eyes if you wish. And just allowing your energy to slow down. Allowing yourself to get grounded, present, centered in the current moment. Calling all of your energy back to you. Releasing all other energy back to others. Calling all of your energy back to you. Releasing all other energies back to others. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Allowing yourself to settle in into the safe space that you created and crafted for yourself today. Recognizing the safety that you have in your home, in your bed, in your chair, that you are safe and aware right here, right now. Allowing yourself to briefly think of the person or the situation that's causing stress. Allowing yourself to locate in your body where the energy is stored around that person. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just seeing where the energy is stored with that person. How big of an area does it cover? How dense is the feeling? Is it newer energy? Is it older energy? Just allowing yourself to see where in your body you're storing that energy, that emotional charge. And thinking back to the person or the situation, what emotions come up when you think about the person? The more accurately you allow yourself to feel the emotion or articulate it with words, the more that you will move that energy we identified in your body. Do you feel powerless? Hopeless? Like there's nothing you could do to change the situation? Like you're doomed to suffer? Do you doubt that it could ever get any better? Do you feel internally flawed? Do you feel not good enough? Do you feel insignificant? Do you feel discarded? Just allowing yourself to observe in your body where the energy is stored and the words and the feelings associated with that for just a little bit longer. Okay, so now that you've identified the emotions and the feelings that you feel, think back 5 years prior. What other person or situation evoked the same emotions within you? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Who was involved? Were there other people there? Are there new emotions that were evoked within you? Where were you at? Just allowing yourself to trust that your higher guidance is bringing just the right memories to the surface today to be released without getting caught up in the situation, rather allowing yourself to view it third person, detached, almost as if it were happening to someone else. All right, we don't need to stay in this memory too long, but now allow yourself to travel back earlier, maybe 10 years prior, maybe back to high school. What person, situation, experience evoked those same emotions within you? Breathe in. Breathe out, knowing that you are completely safe right here, right now, to experience and express these emotions. They will pass, they will transmute into higher emotions. Be proud of yourself for being willing to sit with these emotions that have been old standing, and being willing to clean up the vibrations around them. Explore that situation, perhaps back in high school. Who was involved? What emotions were there? Is it activating the same part within your body now? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, letting that memory begin to fade, knowing that you are completely safe and completely aware right here, right now. Now allowing yourself to visit back perhaps to early childhood, elementary school, maybe middle school, maybe early high school. What other memory is coming to mind now? Who was involved? How old were you? Who else was there? Who was there that you wish stood up for you that perhaps didn't at the time? Where in your body do you feel this experience? Remembering that you are an empowered adult now, just allowing yourself to clean up vibrations and emotions so that you can go higher. So, any feelings that are coming up are those that are ready to be released. All right, going to begin to allow that memory to fade now. And now we're going back to the very first time you experienced these emotions. Breathe in, breathe out, knowing that the memory that's coming up was brought to you from your higher guidance. You are completely safe, aware, and capable of processing now. You are safe. What was the first memory? Perhaps you're in the womb. Perhaps it feels a little made up, and that's okay. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Who was there the first time? Were you in your mother's womb picking up her emotions? Were you a young infant crying for help and no one hearing? Where in your body does the first time experience? Is it in the same spot? Is it bigger? Is it deeper? More intense? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, now beginning to allow it to dim a little bit. Now that you see that you've been carrying this energy charge around with you for quite some time, send a little bit of forgiveness to those who have simply highlighted within you something that you have called and are ready to release now. Breathe in. Breathe out, recognizing that they meant no harm. They were just being them. Send a little forgiveness to each of the players in your life journey. And now asking yourself from that first time that you experienced this emotion, is this something that you want to feel? Yes or no? If it's a no, begin right now. What are other words and emotions that you would rather feel? What would you rather have had your mom express to you while in the womb? What would you rather your elementary school friends, how would you rather them to have treated you? Calling all the new energy to you and allowing yourself to either feel into or visualize a different experience. Breathe in, breathe out. And if you can't quite put to words or thoughts of how you'd rather have had the experience play out. Just allow yourself to call light to you now and allow light to be called to your old experience. Breathe in, calling light to you and your experience. Breathing out, releasing any old emotion. Breathing in, calling light to you. Breathing out, releasing all the old emotions that are ready to be released and transmuted now. Breathe in, calling the light and higher thoughts and new energy to you now. Perhaps it's a feeling of being wanted, a feeling of being loved, a feeling of being enough, a feeling of being safely desired, a feeling of recognition, a feeling of importance, significance. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now allowing yourself with that new vibration cultivated from the first experience, what would your childhood have looked like? How would you have played? Would you swung more confidently on the monkey bars? Would you have given it your all and run faster? Would you have drawn that art and submitted it? What would your life have played out? Allowing yourself to move forward in time with that newfound sense of higher vibrational emotions. How would your high school have played out? How would middle school have played out? Would you have gone to the dance? Would you have flirted with the boy? Would you have tried out for cheerleading? Allowing yourself to recreate your experience, your childhood, and your young adulthood now. Now allowing yourself to get more current in time. How would the experience of 5 years ago, how would it have gone differently with your new sense of confidence, your newer sense of being, your newer sense of significance and the higher vibrational thoughts? Would you have even interacted with the person? Or would you have said no to the date? Would you have accepted the position or not? How would the position have played out? What would you have said differently? What would you have done differently? And allowing yourself to forgive that person, seeing now that you can recreate the experience, getting back into the current moment. Who was the current person, place, situation originally bothering you? Breathe in, breathe out. How will you now act and respond in that situation? What will you now say yes to or no to? how would you rather feel in this person, place, situation? Thinking big, if you could have it all your way, this is how you would feel around that person. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Continuing to call the light to you, to your body, calling light to the situation. How would you now rather feel? Happy? Like it's okay being you? Like you're just enough? That you're doing a good job? That you're wanted? That you're cared for? That you're significant? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And allowing yourself, as you're ready, to begin to wiggle your toes, wiggle your hands, getting present in the current moment, bringing your attention and your awareness back into this current moment, onto the chair you're sitting on, opening your eyes as you feel ready, bringing all of your attention and your energy back into the current moment. All right, everyone. How did it go for you? Let me know your questions. Let me know, is there anyone in the webinar portion of this? Do any of you want to share your experience and talk? Just go ahead and raise your hand and I'll call you. I could either allow you to talk or I could bring you on live with the YouTube live with me to just talk about your experience if you'd like to. If there's anyone in the chat room who would like to come on and talk to me about your experience, let me know and I will get you the link. But how did it go for everyone? What did you release? What did you now call in? Let me know, guys. I'm so proud of you guys for being willing to do this meditation and go back and do this. A lot of spiritual workers call this shadow work. Teal Swan calls this integrating the parts of yourself that you just weren't aware of for a while. Some people call this inner child work. So how did it go for you guys? Anyone in the webinar have a question, want to share their experience? You could just type it in the chat and I'll answer. Or who on the YouTube live has a question? We got Anastasia from Sweden. We got Judy. Oh, thank you for the well wishes. Sister C, thank you for such a wonderful gift. Oh, sister, I'm so glad it went well for you. How did it go for you? So does anyone have any questions at all? Should I just call on people in the, oh, Liz. Okay, Liz, I'm gonna allow you to talk. So Liz, I'm gonna unmute you. If I can. Okay, Liz, you're unmuted now. What was your experience like? And do you want to be brought on live on video to the YouTube?
Sure.
Okay, let me do that now.
Okay.
I'm so excited. Thank you, Liz, for being a brave volunteer and sharing and helping everyone learn.
Can you see me?
Oh, I can't see you. Maybe your video is not turned on. It's turned on my end now. But yeah, so how was your experience, Liz? Either way, whether we can see you or not. Any questions or?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi. This was totally powerful, and a lot of this stuff lately has been coming up. So it's amazing how you were giving this webinar in this Zoom, but I was able to go into the meditation and pinpoint right away. You know what it is that triggers me and where it's coming from for me. So this was very powerful. I knew it would be. That's why I was so excited.
Oh, great. Well, is there any part of your experience that you want to share, or is there any questions you want to ask me? Maybe I'll channel spirit for you, or
Okay. I know it's so funny because everything that happened that I attract in my life stems from my mother and father. My father left when I was a little baby, and my mother is very controlling. So I've attracted men that leave, and I attracted a very heavy duty narcissist in my life, and I was
okay. Actually, can I dive in right there and offer
sure,
some
yeah,
pointers?
yeah.
Okay, so I can completely relate. And I just want to share a few tips that I've done to now
Okay,
attract men who want to be in my life, men who hang
right.
art for me, men who pick me up on dates. And so we're gonna talk about both right now. You mentioned your dad had abandonment. So my abandonment was from my mother. And so
Hmm.
all that means is you have a lot of charge, you have an activated vibration around people leaving you. This
Yes.
meditation helps deactivate that one. Now we need to cultivate the new vibration law of attraction of what you'd rather experience. So for you, it's going to be so simple. So simple. You need to cultivate the vibration of things and people being here for you. So that means as simple as the water always turns on for me when I raise the faucet. If I pay my bill, the water always works. What is always there for you? Start with benign objects with no emotional charge, like the water turning on, lights turning on. You always know if you walk into a Ross store, there will be clothes there. Ross is always there for you with clothes inside of their
Mm.
store. Start with, the post, and then you can go up to the emotional charge of people. The post office will always send a postman out. If one quits, they'll replace it with another one. The post office and the post people are always there for you. Your lamb, makes sense?
Makes total sense.
And it's just a vibration that you cultivate. And it's literally as little as 60 seconds a day. Start with the benign ones
Right.
and then work your way up to the post office and then work your way up to Starbucks, the person behind that counter or whatever yours. Some people like that. I personally like the mom and pop coffee shops, but cultivate it with those people first. And then, so this is a couple months worth of homework for you.
Okay.
So Judy in the comments on YouTube. I know I will always be here for myself. That would be a great one for you too, Liz.
Yeah.
Then as you start to date someone new, if you're thinking about, because you have that active vibration of abandonment and they're never there for you, if you're noticing, I'm not hanging out with them right now. Are they thinking about me right now? That's what repels them away for them to, oh, I need space. I need space. If you focus on they're here for me. They're texting me. That feels really good. And just like the postman will always come, the person that I will marry or will commit to will always be there for me too. I hope it's this one. But just like the water always turns on, my partner will always be there for me. I'm now calling in a partner who wants to hang out with me as much as I want to hang out with them. There is someone out there who wants to spend just as much time with me as I want to spend with them. So that's your homework for like the next 2, 3, 4, 6 months until you're happily
Okay.
committedly married, or maybe you're
Perfect.
going for boyfriend, girlfriend.
Thank you.
Okay, does that make sense? Any other
That makes
questions on that one?
total sense. No, I'm good on that.
Okay, so let's now go to control.
Oh God, yeah. That's the big
Um,
one for me.
And Holly, I see your hand up too. So I will get you on live next after this. Holly, can you throw in the chat room if you're okay with going live on video or if you just want to be a voice? Okay, so Liz, with control, for me, that was also my mother. So
Hmm.
control, what that does for anyone out there who's had a controlling parent is it activates a vibration of you not knowing. I don't know. I don't know. You refer to others to make decisions for you. That's why when
Mm.
you have a decision to make, you indecision, doubt, analysis paralysis. So you just have to activate the I know. I know. I know how, and start simple is I remember doing this 5 years ago. Oh, I love you. And I'm so proud of you for going through this growth. I know how to get dressed in the morning. That was my favorite way to activate that vibration. I know how to get dressed. I know how to put a t-shirt on. I know how to put a necklace on. I know how to clasp a necklace. I know how to put a tiara on my head. I know how to make oatmeal. I know how to turn the water on to allow water to come out. I know what are all the things that you know.
Right. That just hit home. I'm like sitting here crying. I'm like, yep, totally. I'm
Oh,
hugging you back.
oh good. I'm so good. I'm giving you a heart chakra rub right now.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. I felt your release. Okay, so that's 60 seconds each day, those 2 vibrations. I know, and I'm forgetting the first one right now. Totally blank spacing right now, Liz. It's 60 seconds of stuff that you know and 60 seconds of things that are here for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's a lot of people in the YouTube channel. Oh, thank you, Liz, for being so brave and coming on live. There's so many people who are saying I'm crying too.
Okay. Hugs.
All right.
Everyone.
Love you, Liz. I'm gonna put you back.
Love you. Bye. Thank you.
Attendee.
Okay.
Oh, Liz, I think I accidentally just clicked. Oh no, I did get you back as attendee. Okay, it's my first time doing it webinar style live, so I could pull people on. Okay, Holly, right before I get to you, Holly, can you put your hand back up if you still want to go, or write in the chat? I saw your hand down, so I'm unsure if that means, okay, still want to go. Okay, let me look at YouTube comments really quick, and then I'm going to pull you on live. Holly, it's going to be nice to see you again too, Holly, by the way. Okay. I forgave a man who's disappointed in me, and I sent him love and set him free. Ah, Judy, isn't that great? Adriana, I was bawling at one point. Now I feel awed awake. Yeah, Adriana. So that's actually a really good question. Sometimes guys, like, picture a tree and a root. When you have momentum built up from old vibrations, whether they're good or bad, when you kind of pull them out like we just did, there's all that empty space that it used to be full with the roots from the tree, right? So that's why you can feel a little odd sometimes. So it's more that you can kind of self-soothe and self-comfort, Adriana, and others who feel this way. Hey, it's okay, I feel a little wobbly. I just pulled roots out of my body. I'm refilling that with a light though, and visualize light coming in and filling those areas up. That's going to be key for you. Judy's been releasing. Putting myself first when I always put others first. Shannon, yes. What's best for you is what's best for others. Miss Love, I love this, Kelly. What you just did and said are absolute jewels. Oh, good. I'm so glad it helped. I'm crying, hugs, lots of love. I've seen colored circles doing mindfulness meditations, think it was my chakras and other different areas of light sittings. What is it I'm actually seeing? So all you're doing is, instead of, you're a little more clairvoyant. I'm personally more clairsentient. Some people in that meditation saw the experience. Some people felt it. Some people saw light. So it just means that you were seeing the energy of the situation, Kathy. That's it. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to Holly, guys, and I'm gonna promote you to panelist, so I get to see you, Holly.
I could turn my video on, I guess.
Oh, is that what it is? You have to turn it on manually?
Yeah, just like if you were using it normally. Oh, it says I can't start my video because the host has stopped it. Okay, so I'll just talk.
Oh, let me see if there's anything I could.
I don't know why.
Hide mute audio. Let me just see if I could do this. This is my first time doing it this way, guys.
Yeah, I've never done it either. I don't know.
Okay, it's kind of fun. Okay, so I can make you the host. I could change your role to attendee, forbid record, remove your name, put on hold, hide non-video participants. Maybe it was an original setting that I did when I created it. I don't know. But either way, Holly, welcome. Thank you. What was your experience? How can I help even more?
Hi. It was super powerful. I have done this one before, obviously, but this time it was really interesting because in my body, after we had done the layers, was just really like sparkly energy, for lack of a better thing to call it, and just really felt very full of light. When I've done it on my own, obviously I always feel better afterwards, but I've never had it feel like that powerful afterwards, I guess. So that was really cool.
That's simply the onion layer right there, Holly. It's because sometimes, guys, when you have like the core of the first vibration, sometimes you're not ready to feel that first experience. You just kind of release some of the others. That's where it would be like if you walk into work from the boss who used to just immediately, your vibes would dip. You'll dip less. You do it again, you'll dip less. Again, you'll dip less. It sounds like you just kind of got to the core of it where you're able to like rewrite the new experiences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it was so funny, like the things that, like in going back and back and back, like the things that it went to, were things that like I had forgotten about, or things that like I really hadn't thought were related or whatnot. And that's always so interesting to me when I do it, because what it goes back to, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I guess that was sort of like a similar thing. But so it was really interesting. I don't want to activate it again, but essentially I went back and the first one, like a few years ago, was sort of the same situation with the same person, but in a different way. And then in going back further, then it like, very much what Liz was talking about too. Like it went back to like my family of origin and as a teenager with doing it with my parents. And then even further back to like the first time it happened, but with the other parents. So it was kind of an interesting flow to me.
Well, you brought up a really good point there that I even completely forgot to bring up, and I actually just brain spaced. Oh my God, I completely went blank. That was such a good question too, Holly. Well, not even a question, but a good point. Oh, it's when Holly mentioned that she always found it interesting that when you trace back, it can be a completely seemingly unrelated experience. Like right now, it might have been the boss or the difficult client, and then you trace it back and it might have been that relationship. You trace it back, then it might have been your aunt. So what that is, it's law of attraction. Law of attraction is always working whether you like it or you don't. And that's when they say this person is coming to you, love and light, good intentions, it's because law of attraction always delivers the lesson via the path of least resistance. So sometimes if you have some serious resistance around that first memory with mom or dad, law of attraction is not going to bring up, hey, go heal that issue with your mom or dad. They're going to bring someone else into your life that evokes the same feelings, so that with that person, if you heal the relationship with the current person, you automatically are healing the energy from the past. Now, I'm going to give you guys an example completely off the topic. I had a beautiful pair of earrings. I'll wear them next time I go live, that they were like they're angel wings. And I thought I had lost them. I had so much, like I lost them. I traveled all over the US 2 years. They're in some random state. I lost them. I had so much momentum of them being lost, that they were lost. Nothing I could do could find them. And I looked for them. And I finally just had a thought after listening to enough of about law of attraction from Esther. And I went, all right, you know what, inner being universe? I don't know where they are, and that's okay. For you guys, it'll look like, I don't know how to heal this situation, and that's okay. I know I want to feel better about it though. How can that happen? That's what we'll highlight as a similar age regression guided by yourself. But I went, okay, I don't know where these earrings are, universe, but I know that my inner being knows where they are. My inner being, the part of me that's connected to source and broader perspective, they know which state I may or may not have left them in. They know if I randomly drop them in Tennessee. They know who has them right now, or they know where I can get a new one if that's how the earrings are coming back to me. So I'm very open to the how it gets back to me, universe, but I want those earrings back. How can that happen? I will email someone. I will call someone. If you put that info in my name, in my head, I will act on it. I let it go. 20 minutes later, the idea in my head was, go get your weights out of the car. And I went, what inner being, you are smoking some crack, because I asked for my earrings, not my weights, and I don't even want to work out. But the impulse was so strong. Anytime you have a feeling of feeling pulled towards something good, that's your inner being, that's your spirit guide speaking to you. So I went down, I was like, all right, I'll get these stupid weights for you guys. I went down there, I picked up the weights. Lo and behold, right underneath them were the earrings. So that's how that works, Holly, and everyone else who's answering that. But do you have any questions on any of that, Holly?
No, I think that makes a lot of sense. Can you say it one more time though?
Okay, yes. So it's when you have someone in your current life who evokes a lot of emotion, and it might be that really toxic one, or it might be, I recently had a friend who I went, man, she talks a lot about work. And then I went, oh, I talk a lot about work. So whenever you have anyone, whether it's super toxic, really kind of pulling on you, or even just a little bit feels a slight off, it's an old vibration within you, whether tracing back to childhood trauma or whether just tracing back to something that happened 7 months ago, that vibration needs to be cleaned up. So if you ever feel bad around someone, if you ever feel any of that, you need to go back and clean up the original vibration. That's the shortest way that I can think of how to explain it. Did that make sense though?
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm wondering, you said, and I'm trying to like capture it again, was you were saying, I don't know how to, I don't know how to heal this situation right now, but I know that my inner being, the universe knows how to do it. So I've lost that part of it.
Okay, so let's say, let's use the example of if you guys are a freelancer coach and you're looking for clients. So if you're just getting clients that you don't like, clients that don't like you, clients that seem like pain in the butts, it would be something like, okay, well, I'm attracting in clients that don't feel good. And I may not know how at this very moment how to shift that and how to change that. And that's okay. I know that my inner being knows how to allow the clients that I feel tell the new story, that I feel good around, that I feel like I'm just the right fit for them, that I feel you tell that new story. I know my inner being knows how to take me there. That's when you'll then just be guided, as I was guided to go pick my weights up. You'll be guided to the age regression meditation to clean up an old vibration. You'll be guided to the free Facebook Live, YouTube Live with a vibration to get you in the energy of the new clients. That's when the new client will just pop into your life if you're in the vibration of it. Did that
Okay.
answer your question?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Did you want to share about any of your experiences similar to what Liz did? And we could do some more. I could give you that little 60-second everyday homework, or are you good?
Sure. So with it started with a conversation my husband and I had on the weekend, which was really bad. And it just kind of devolved into a really emotional fight. And I don't think that was anybody's intention. And since then, I've had a really, like, I felt like I had stuck energy in my left foot, like hardcore. And I've tried many different ways to sort of try to get it to go, but I haven't been very, haven't been very successful till now. So, when I did the age regression, it was funny because the energy told me it was in my feet, which is kind of a funny place to hold energy. But anyway, and then
So feet, it just indicates. So if there's something that you're not taking action on, Holly, it's related to this. So in your business, if there's something you're not taking action on, maybe putting an offer out, that's when energies get stuck in the feet. If it's stuck in the hips, guys, it tends to be relationships. If it's, I mean, I don't know all the body parts, guys, but hips tend to be relationships and feet tend to be if you're not taking action on something. Ooh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Excuse me. So that just means that there's something that you probably felt paralyzed when you were younger, that there was nothing that you could do.
Yeah. So in tracing it back, like a couple of years ago, it went back to a situation where I just really didn't feel like emotionally supported or like important. When I was carrying my daughter and we were trying to like get our kitchen done at the same time. So it like went back to that and that sort of duality. And then in going back to high school, it went back to middle school, and I had a friend and her parents just were really like almost abusive to her and her friends that were around all the time. And so that included me. So then we went kind of back to that in that relationship, which was kind of weird and stilted. And then tracing it back further, I went the wrong way around, but it went back to a situation where in high school, I had a really big fight with my dad, and I basically ran out of the house barefoot and like ran down the street barefoot, which is kind of funny because it relates to feet too. And then it went back to like being spanked as a really young kid by my mom. So that's kind of where it went to.
Sorry to cut you off there, Holly. Your vibration, all of those that's activated now pretty highly, is there's nothing I could do but suffer.
Yeah.
I have no choice but to suffer. It's out of my control. I just have to suffer. Can you see how all of those carry that same vibration?
Yeah.
Okay, so since that's been activated, you just kind of did a huge deactivation of it. The new one is, you're going to love it. My method is always simple, fun, or easier. Fuck it. You wanted to see all the things that you do have power over. So do things like, I feel cold. I could put a jacket on. I feel cold. I could turn the heater up. oh, my meat isn't all the way heated up. I could cook it longer. Like that benign of something that you don't have to suffer through eating raw meat. You don't have to suffer through being cold. It's just, hey, I feel cold right now. What can I do about it? Activate it in those super non-benign ways. And then as you progress, it can, okay, I'm trying to think of a middle ground. So you'll start with things like putting a jacket on. You'll start with things like, oh, I'd love to have that conversation. But can we do it tonight? That might be a better time for me. Does that work for you? Negotiating the time is that you have the conversation is going to be a big one for you, Holly. Make sense?
Yeah.
And it's going to go both ways, but for you and for the other person.
Okay.
Did you, I don't know if we practiced the technique where this goes for anyone. If you have a difficult conversation you want to bring up with a, hey, this didn't feel good, it's always kind of best because like, hey, I'd love to have a conversation. Is now a good time for you? I need about X amount of time. That way the person can see, actually, I really got to focus on work right now. Oh, I got to focus on the kids right now. So you're going to want to ask permission for that. Is now a good time for the conversation, and for yourself. Hey, I really want to talk about that. This time would work better for me. Does that work for you? Make sense?
Yeah, we totally did practice that. And I have used it and it has been very successful and continues to be. I think it's just with other things going on, we've avoided the conversation so far, which is okay because it's just busy time. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes if you have to put conversations off, that's okay. If you're ever avoiding it just because you want to avoid the emotions, that's when it's time to kind of, all right, let's face those emotions. Okay. The other part for you, Holly, is going to be as much as it's activating I can control my enjoyment of this situation by putting a jacket on, by changing the music, by changing the song, by saying no to having someone come with me, by going with someone, recognizing how you do have the power to affect your own enjoyment of it. It's also going to be basking, because what I heard from you there was that you've already had some successes, particularly with your husband. So if you bask on those a little bit, that was a peaceful conversation with him. That was better than last time. It was still a little on the unfun side, but it wasn't nearly as bad as it used to be. And that felt good. I'm going in the right direction, because it's always going to be, you're slowing this vibration, you're activating this one. So as this happens, guys, there will still be some unpleasant conversations until it turns this way. That's when it's that love that they paint in the movies. So don't forget to bask, Holly.
Yep. Thanks. Good point.
All right. Are you good?
I'm good.
All right. Love you, lady. Putting you back to attendee. I'm going to switch really quick back to the YouTube chat. Let me see. I'm going to do the seminar. Thank you, beautiful soul. Anastasia, you'll love the meditation. That was a brave thing for me to do this release. Painful, but it truly marks the beginning of my healing process and transformation. I'll go forward confidently and fearless day by day. Yes, Guadalupe. Judy, what do you do if the man won't let go? Judy, tell me more of your situation right now. That is you right there, Judy, actively choosing to value someone else's emotions, desires, and what they want at your sacrifice. Codependent, anyone? I say that lovingly because of the narcissist and the codependent, the interplay between those two. I'm on the codependent side myself. I've been growing out of it day by day. So Judy, I lovingly say that, but tell me more about the situation, because it doesn't matter if the man wants to let go or not. What's best for you is what's best for others. So Judy, tell me more about your situation. I'm going to hot seat coach you via YouTube chat. Oh, Shannon, this is going to help you too. Great. Chess tends to be around love relationships. Knees and elbow, guys, we'll have to do that on another live. Chest, knees, and elbows. Come back. I'm going to do next Thursday, the next 2 Thursdays at 1 p.m. I'm doing the free training on this. Oh, and if you guys 100% know you're ready to completely transform energy in your life, go ahead. I just put the links to sign up for the workshop. Don't forget, it's December 15th, 3 full hours, limited to 10. So it's super intimate, super safe. It's virtual, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. One spot's already gone. So if you know you want to be there, you might as well get the early bird pricing, and you might as well sign up when you get the bonus one-on-one. We'll be able to get our one-on-one in before or after the workshop, completely up to you. So Ida, it looks like Judy's question is going to help you too, because it looks like everyone who has some sort of questions are, how can I clean up vibrations with certain people who are negative and oppressive? People who exert their power over mine. But if I'm remembering correctly, you're married with children. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to Judy's comments, guys. So anyone who feels like there's someone oppressing them, you're sacrificing your well-being for someone else, this question's gonna help you. I cut cords. I'm changing all forms of electronic communication. I let go of a wait. That's future. Judy, long distance. So Judy, you can tell me a little bit more about the situation, because what I'm reading right now is I may have to change my phone number, my emails, my Facebook and Messenger. You cut cords. I'm changing all four. So there's a little bit of a, just Judy, picking up your energy. There's a little bit of desperate. And I mean this lovingly, okay? There's a little bit of desperate energy in there. There's a little bit of despair. There's nothing I could do about this. You could stop answering. You could stop picking up the phone. You could block him. You've already changed. I may have to change my phone. You could do all of that. You could block him. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you need to actually change your phone number. I've blocked people on my phone number. That last ex I dated, I blocked him. I blocked him on everything for 6 months. Then I kind of lightened up and went, okay, I'm good now. If you call me, it won't emotionally affect me. Then I unblocked him. Okay, so Judy, you're saying we have. So then Judy, what's the sticking point for you? Anastasia, I hate, because time is running short. I'm going to say it very curtly and very bluntly. You're choosing to stay married to him. Miss Love, I blocked too, but they can still leave messages. Miss Love, so I don't know about you, but you can, as you go through and check your messages, you can, oh, that's them, delete before you even listen to it. You can change your number. You get to choose who you give your energy to or not. If you catch yourself thinking about the person, you go, oh, I'm thinking about that person that I don't want to be thinking about. What's present, current in the moment for you? And guys, when I went through a breakup, he was very energetically powerful. He was always asking me telepathic questions and messages. And I just went, nope, there is no telepathic communication between us. And then I brought my energy back to right here, right now. That walking bridge that I had the beautiful view of my apartment to see. Like, I'm on the walking bridge right now in Chattanooga. The awnings are blue. The things that I'm walking on is wood. Someone nailed this. Oh, look at the names of the people who donated to make this bridge a reality. The flowers are pink. You hyper bring your attention to what you wanted on. He finds new numbers to call and email. So Judy, though, are you going to give your attention to it? In which case, if you have an energetic, emotional reaction to it, he's doing it for that reaction. Whether he's in your current reality or he's just getting the energetic. Because what happens is, guys, I did the 3-path series on empath. Judy, you're really going to want to go watch those 3. I have a telepathic one coming up. But what happens when it becomes a telepathic connection, that's where you're like, I've done everything to kick you out of my life and you're still there. He must be more powerful than me. Some people say like he's a powerful warlock. He's a wizard. He's powerful. You gotta watch that 3 series, Judy. I made all the videos pretty short in there too, so it should be short and sweet. You have to every day, the 60-second homework I gave the other people, you have to cult the vibration of my energy is my energy. And those 3 videos will show you techniques of how to do that. I call my energy back to me and I release others' energies back to them. I release my energy back. I call my energy back to me and I activate a powerful vibration within me about what I want and what I want to do. And then you have to focus on, hey, I chose to go on the walk today. I chose to watch this movie. I chose to cook this meal. And instead of, once your mind slips back to him in the telepathic connection, but nope, that's not where my mind is going anymore. I'm cooking my chicken. And I literally, because I was so under the influence of that guy that I'm cooking my chicken right now. Oh, look at the butter bubbling. Smell the aroma. I got so immersed in my present moment. When I did that, that's when I stopped thinking about him. No, I have more power than him and I will not let him drain me. Okay, but Judy, your focus is on him. I will not let him drain me. I will not let him drain me. I will not let him drain me. Guess what? You're going to get drained. Law of attraction. What you think about, you get. Whoa. So there's this person that I've chosen to give a lot of my attention to. There's this person that I've been giving a lot of my energy to. I can't believe I did that. That does not feel good to me. I'm right here, right now. I'm creating a new vibration. The new vibration, there you go, Judy. The new vibration is about me enjoying my life more. I'm enjoying my life more. I'm focusing on my life more. And right now, I have windows in front of me. I have a YouTube live that I'm doing. I got singled out to get one-on-one coaching. That feels good. I'm going to, and Judy, your homework is literally going to be, because you have a lot of momentum built up around him and low on you. You deactivated his a bit today. You got to activate yours. Oh, I'm getting myself dressed. And sometimes when it was so hard getting over that guy, guys, I'm getting myself dressed. Oh, that's right. This is the time of day where I tend to my body and I get to just feel my skin, because this is my body. This is my body. I'm touching it. I can smell it. Like, literally do things like that, Judy, to get yourself right here, right now, in the present moment. Right now, I'm smelling myself. Ooh, I haven't showered in a day. I smell so good from my shower. I'm washing my hair in the shower. You have to actively immerse yourself in your daily experience so that you focus on that. Laura, live here from chat. What's up? Are you going to go to May Next 24? I have Kelly in front of me. I'm like, yeah, come on, guys. Like my tiara. I cannot get over this tiara. I cannot wear it enough. Oh, I found out, guys. I don't think this is technically a tax write-off. It falls under clothing. I thought it would fall under marketing. So I guess it's not a tax write-off. That was a little want. Okay, so let me see. When we fear someone or something. Yeah, exactly. Future. So very grateful for you, Kelly. Okay, Judy, you got a little bit of a shift today. Just remember, you got to keep cultivating that. Okay, I love you guys. I'm going to try to pop on later today, start making some of the December videos for you guys. Come back next Thursday for the next training. We're going to do some psychology-based journaling next week. If you guys know you want to be in the workshop, you might as well join now while it's early bird pricing and there's the bonus seats. I just linked it to you in the comments. I love you guys bunches and hope this helped. Bye, guys. Mwah.